Well, hello, everyone. My name is David Horn, and I am a member of the Decatur City Council. Today, I wanted to provide you with a brief update from our neighborhood revitalization study session that we had yesterday. Our neighborhood revitalization session has four key components. The first key component is to order more demolitions of all the structures that cannot be reasonably saved. In Decatur, we have approximately 1,500 properties that may need to be demolished. We really are not keeping pace with the rate of blight that is occurring, and it has been estimated that we will need to demolish about 250 to 300 properties a year to keep pace with the rate of blight. The second of our four key components to our initiative is to rehabilitate structures, principally in the urban core, that don't require demolition. No formal estimate has been made for how much this might cost. However, we do know that there are approximately 7,100 families that currently are rent distressed or mortgage distressed, meaning that over 35% of their monthly income is spent on housing cost. If we were to say that each of those 7,100 families would benefit from $5,000 in loans or grants to help repair their properties, this would be a cost of about $35.5 million. In addition, our third component is large catalyst projects. These would be undertaken to jumpstart redevelopment and improve our neighborhoods. One of these catalyst projects that we're working on currently is the Great Street, Great Neighborhood project. The project would first launch in Jasper Street corridor, and this corridor would run not only north-south of Jasper Street, but 1/2 mile east and west. It's unclear how much this program will cost, but one can argue that it will cost easily more than $10 million, which was the private and public funds that were required to revitalize the Johns Hill neighborhood. And the Jasper Street neighborhood is much, much larger. The final component to our revitalization initiative is to scale up enforcement, inspections, and registrations to prevent properties from falling farther into disrepair. One of the key initiatives here is a rental registration and inspection program. The key point is that there are people that are living in conditions that are unsafe and unhealthy, and these individuals right now don't have any recourse and don't have any options. Similarly, there are landlords that have their properties that are being destroyed by their tenants, and those landlords have to spend thousands of dollars to rehabilitate them. A rental registration ordinance and inspection will help those tenants that need assistance and landlords that need protection. Now, I want to point out that even though I've mentioned that there is a large amount of funds that are needed for neighborhood revitalization, there is nearly $20 million that was allocated in the 2023 budget that could be used for neighborhood revitalization projects. For example, we have an $8 million in ARP funds that could be allocated to neighborhood revitalization that are currently allocated to water. We don't need those funds because the city council last year took out a $25 million bond for water projects. Similarly, we have about $6 million from our general fund reserves that could be used, and about $5 million from a public works project for which a more costly option was decided on. One thing to point out is that American Rescue Plan funds were designed to create stronger, more equitable communities, something that neighborhood revitalization does. And so when we ask about neighborhood revitalization and we ask about our progress and how we're going to fund it, it's not a matter of not having enough money. There's about $20 million that we have right now to use. It's about political will by city council members to use our funding to help build equitable communities in our urban core. What I do know is that I have great confidence in our city staff that they will do the best job that they can, given that what the city council allocates to them. Until next time, be well, Decatur, and I'll see you soon.